I have been busy. Let me show you. Okay, so the first thing I want to show you is XLive background. What is XLive background? Well, let me tell you about XLive background. It's actually, if I read the README here, it's a live wallpaper framework and collection of live wallpapers for the X Windows system. X11 is not dead. Don't say it's dead because it's being revived, and I'm here for it. Wayland sucks at the moment, so I'm not switching to it. I like X11. So with that being said, XLive background is a wallpaper framework and wallpaper engine, basically, just like you'd see on Steam for Windows wallpaper engine. And let me just run it for you. This is what I have. This is the current configured plugin that I have right now, and I think it's pretty cool. And this works. This is a cool little application or program. It works fine. But the problem is, when you have that running and you go into XLive background and you go into the GUI, there's a whole program that's a graphical user interface for configuring this. And if I try and run it, this is what you get. This is bad. This is not good. Why? Because it doesn't scale properly. And when you try and use it, you can select different things, but something happens. It's not bulletproof. I can't click anything now. I can click other things, but like the GUI itself is frozen. It's broken, and I can't fix it. I'm trying to escape it right now. I can't, so I have to kill it from the terminal. And I'll kill XLive background as well. Oh, I can't. I can't do that. I have to close the whole window. And so, introducing this Electron application. You might be thinking to yourself, Will, this is Electron, this is gross, it's disgusting. Why are you using Electron with JavaScript? That's total bloat, and you're right. That is total bloat. But my reasoning is that if we use newer technologies, we use JSON, we use JavaScript for like a wrapper for this application, I think we can make something that's like really user-friendly and really like digestible for the masses. Because I want this to be a very popular application that everybody uses. Because I do really think XLive background is really cool. It just doesn't have the front end that it deserves. With that being said, let me show you. npm start. So we're greeted with this screen, and this is going to be a much larger setup wizard from what it is now. As of right now, it just tells you to pick the path in which XLive background lives, because maybe you're going to need to git clone this repository in order to use this wrapper that I've made. So you do that, you hit save, and now you're brought to this screen. This is not finished. This is just a functional prototype. But as you can see here, from my plugin directory in the XLive background repository, it has pulled all of the different plugins. And if I click these plugins, it doesn't work. Why does it not work? Well, I'll tell you why. It's because when I tried to use the GUI from the original repository, and it froze on me, it broke the the socket. There's still a socket that's existing in the temp directory. So I'll actually just remove /temp/ XLive background.sock, and this should work now. Yes. And as you can see, we have a very streamlined, simple interface for interacting with the XLive background software. And I think this is what it's missing. I could be crazy. I don't know. But like, look at this. Imagine if we had a section here for your local wallpapers now that you have right here, and then you have a section for other wallpapers that people have made that's on like some sort of GitHub repository or something. I think that would be really cool, so that you could browse all of the different live plugins that people have made and download them to your system here and have that all streamlined. That is the point of this front end. Now, I'm making this video sort of as a demonstration of this functional prototype, but also I'm making this video to call on any developers who want to make live backgrounds for this XLive background software, because I think it would be really cool if we had like a nice ass catalog for cool live backgrounds that people could download, something that's akin to what Wallpaper Engine has right now for Windows. If we had that, I think it would be compelling enough for a lot of people to want to check this out. And I really believe in XLive background as a software. I think it's really cool, and I'm like, props to the developer. Let me just pull up the developer right here. What's his name? His name is JTSIOMB. I don't know how to pronounce that, but like, dude, this is a cool software. So like, props to you. Good job. I like it a lot. -N option. I use DWM, so I have to use the -N option. And DWM doesn't work with the -N option out of the box. If you're running DWM, you need to apply a patch or something. I should make a video about that because my first YouTube tutorial on XLive background did not include the patch. That's a problem. Anyway, with that all being said, this is my attempt at a front end for a user-friendly implementation of a XLive background interface. Yeah. All right. Thank you for watching. Okay. Another thing that I want to say right before I go is that I really like the fact that XLive background is written in C. If you go into the plugins, let's go into PS3. You can see that it's all .c files. This is my own thing that I put in myself. And I think the way that I want this project to go in the future is that we use JSON to parse different things like the description, maybe a GIF for the, what's the word I'm looking for? A little card that displays the option of the plugin that has like a little preview. That's the word I was looking for. A little GIF as a preview as to what the plugin or the plugin looks like. So right now the JSON just has the name in it. Soon this is going to have a description. It's going to have like all sorts of things, maybe an author, something like that. And people like yourself, if you're a developer, you can make your own plugins and you could put in this JSON file all of the necessary things like author name, plugin name, all that sort of stuff. And you can do that, yes. But these are all written in C, like I was about to say. It's all C. And I like this. I really like the fact that this is all written in C because the upside potential for optimizations is really high. If you're using a language like JavaScript or Python, it would be a lot harder. But if you're working with C, it's a lot easier to take these really intensive 3D like wallpapers and optimizing them to work as a wallpaper on your system. I think that's important. So I want to stick with C for the main technology that runs under the hood of this this application. I just want to make a nice bloated front end for it so that it's easy to use for the common folk that use. Is that wrong to say? Is that mean? I want like a layman's interface for this that I could potentially put on Steam. Yeah, okay. So if you're interested in this, let me know. Leave a comment. Say something cool. Just any sort of interaction on this video to let me know that like this is something worth pursuing. I think it is worth pursuing, but like it helps give me motivation if you also think so, and I know that. So okay, that's about all I have. Goodbye.